Yeah, it doesn't. Now, I would say the quality of these reframes isn't quite as good. Like, it definitely degenerates a bit more quickly than the extends, but it is kind of insane that it works, and that Apple is just letting you do this to your photos. I think there's clearly less practical uses for this spatial reframe. It's a very cool tech demo. I do think it's kind of convenient for the stuff where you're trying to like line it up perfectly. One of those perfectly symmetrical shots where you kind of just get the snap like 96% right in person, and then you want to post it, but you want it to be perfect, so you last few percent is that still a photo that you in my opinion, no, but who's counting? Also, it will not let you extend or reframe the same photo more than once. So let you do it once and then that's enough. Because you can also sort of screenshot it and way around it. Multiple reframes. Also, these features require flying or airplane and we need those bigger models. Alright, so the number 4 is what I'm calling the freaking finally section. Each one of these things was like Apple stubbornly refusing to do it for some reason, to the point where it became a meme. Like it's been years. But now, for iOS 27, they've found the time. So finally, separate alarm volume from the rest of system volume in iOS 27. Freaking finally, bro. This has been an Android feature for like 20 years at this point. And honestly, I still think Android manages it better with the separate volume toggles, and it makes it very clear. But yeah, at this point, I'll take it. I don't care. It's about time. Also, better management of switching off of weak Wi-Fi networks back to cellular. This is something I've dealt with for a lot of people. You leave your house and you pull up maps to like navigate to work or wherever, and you just want to see traffic. For like the first 2 blocks, every single block has a tree line that I have to get to, where it's not going to know what the instructions are. It's not going to know the traffic. Until I pass it, it gets off of my house's Wi-Fi, and then it connects to cellular. But I've noticed it actually being better on iOS 27. It's using the site. On iOS 27, and when you're playing, you can finally scrub the media back and forth that you're actually playing. Finally, what's taking so long? And then AirPods are finally getting custom EQ. What? Finally? At this point, it's been so long, I was considering pulling back on this for some weird reason, but okay, it's here now. At least for AirPods with an H2 chip or later. It's only a 3-band equalizer, but still, it's crazy to see. Also, dead over there for this stuff to happen, but thank you for losing that bet. It's about time. I appreciate it. Moving on. Number 3 is the aesthetic tweaks, because there are a ton of little aesthetic improvements everywhere throughout this update. Obviously, iOS 26 was a big one with liquid glass. That's not going anywhere. But right from the jump on iOS 27, you can see like the home screen, the can tell they're a little bit easier to read or a little crisper. If you look at Apple's stock apps, they've actually updated a couple of their icons, and they've actually finally caved and added a new appearances tab. And in this tab, right at the top, is a literal slider to dial in exactly how much liquid glass you actually want. By default, it's in the middle, which I found is just a tiny bit more opaque than before. But then you can go all the way to the right, which makes it way more opaque and frosted, or all the way to the left, which makes it way more glassy and transparent for you real liquid glass sippers out there. It's basic stuff, but I definitely appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys will too. Also, on the lock screen, there's this new compact clock option. You just want to shrink that thing all the way down. It's also completely redesigned the home screen swipe down search, which is now combined with Siri, which conveniently brings me to number 2, which is the new Siri, aka Siri AI. So I would say the bar was very low for Siri before. But the last 10 years of Siri has been borderline useless, I would say. Probably have been more accidental triggers of Siri than intentional ones. So now with the help of Google, it's having this complete it starts with this new animation, so and it expands out of the dining tap seat, and then once it pops up your answers, drag the bottom down to turn into this conversation window. Then you can do full screen. Most of them, and just the bigger ones that you might want to revisit. It also has a new voice that is much more expressive and human-like, and is actually customizable. I appreciate that you can make it talk faster.
Let's find the right voice for you. Hi, let's find the right voice for you.
Hi, let's find the right voice for you.
So that's pretty sweet. And yeah, it generally feels like they caught up to the basic functionality of, say, Gemini or Name. It's more conversational now, so you can ask it follow-up questions about something and we're routine that. It actually uses now. And it has on-screen so you can ask the thing about whatever you're looking at. As long as you use the right language, because there's no UI to get it to the screen. But I'd say its biggest new capability is being able to dig into the data and the personal context that's actually on your phone. So I'm talking about like your iMessages, your emails, calendar events, and photos. So when you first get this update, Siri. For me, this was a couple of days actually. Once that's over, you can ask it things like, what was that wash Dave sent me?
Dave, they sent you a message about the light meter watch, LMWV1 from Kickstarter. He mentioned that he thought David, Heigl, and Brandon would like it.
Where was that? 2 Saturdays ago?
2 Saturdays ago, on June 27th, 2026, you stayed at a hotel in a rural area and mentioned playing in a game company.
So if you pull down, you can see this is pulling from my wallet transactions, my messages, and it seems like geotags from photos on those days. So it's pretty comprehensive. It actually lets you dig up stuff from your personal history as long as it's gone through one of these Apple apps. It's similar to what Google is doing with Gemini, which is going to the cloud and pulling from your Google search